I got 3 appointments today. My first appointment was for my Miami HVAC client. I spoke to the facilities engineer at a golf course. He was newer to the building. He had about 60 total units, and he was interested in getting a second set of eyes and maybe a potential assessment of his equipment, just because he's newer to the building. So we're headed out there next Tuesday to help him out with that. And then the next appointment I got was for my Phoenix HVAC client. I spoke to the maintenance supervisor at a charter school. They had an in-house team that handles their maintenance, but they always call out 3 contractors when it comes to project work and repairs. So we're headed out there next Tuesday to make an introduction to be a future resource for them. And then the third appointment that I just got was also for my Phoenix HVAC client. I spoke to the chief engineer at a hotel, 288,000 square foot. He had a chiller that he needed a quote for a new fan motor as well as a propeller. So we're headed out this Thursday to provide those quotes.
I ended up just getting a pretty good one from my roofer out in Colorado Springs. I spoke with the property manager who I had a quick conversation with last month. Said that they were potentially looking at some projects for 2026 and wanted me to call her in January. Ended up reaching out today just to try to get some time scheduled in because it's getting pretty busy around the holidays. Ended up setting up a time when their maintenance manager would be there, set for the 16th. It's a pretty good one, about 5 buildings, 43,000 square feet, little shingle roof, and looking at some projects.
I got one this afternoon from my roofer in Oklahoma City. I had talked with the maintenance manager of a shopping plaza last Friday, on Friday last week. He told me to call him back today. He was in the middle of something, but they're looking at a larger project. It's 711,000 square foot facility. They're looking at some TPO kind of patches across the property, and so we got a time set up the last week of the month for us to go out there and get them a quote.
Matt's got our only appointment. He's on the phone, so I'll talk about my one for Friday. It's with a food manufacturing distributor. Looks pretty good. It's getting scheduled for tomorrow, weather pending, but it's for my roofing client out in Pennsylvania. So while Matt's finishing up his call, we'll go around the horn as far as shop calls for this afternoon. Tyler, who you got?
I'll call my shop for our roofer in Austin.
Okay. I'll get one for Calgary IT client.
I'll call my shop for my roofer in Arkansas.
I'll call my shop for my client in Salt Lake City.
Matt got one for his client since he's still on in Alabama this morning. It sounds like he's getting another, so we'll leave him alone, let him keep it rolling, and call that a wrap.
Connecticut HVAC client closed just under $400K to replace some boilers and chillers, and they actually have some more work, some air handlers they want to get replaced, as well as some control systems. So we're looking at another $500,000 potentially coming up in the next couple of months.
Literally just got off the phone with one, finally got one for my IT client out in Omaha. He wanted someone to talk to about AccuLink. I don't know too much about it, but I know that's something we can handle. He wants Trish to actually give him a call later today, so set that up for 3 p.m.
I'm going to call my shot on my Portland client. I haven't called for them yet.
I think Christian and Aaron both have 2, and I think Justin has 1, so I'll let them kind of take it away, but I'm calling my shot in Toledo and Knoxville.
It's the second time appointment. We met with him back in October. It kind of went cold, but then I got back on the calendar for hopefully an in-person in January.
So got 2 appointments this morning in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. One was an insurance company, the other one was healthcare. Both pretty good opportunities. One was like 40 users, the other one was 50. Both set for after the holidays, and I just got one in San Diego. It's a 40 user financial company, I believe. Should be a pretty good one. It's after the holidays as well, so had a pretty good day so far.
Yeah, I'm having a pretty good day myself too. I just got my third one too. So I got 2 earlier. They were both in Florida. I got 2 clients in Florida. One was in West Palm. That one was a pretty good one. They had about 18 to 20 users, I believe. And then I had another one for my client in Ocala. Wasn't able to get kind of a user account. That guy was kind of in a rush. He actually was in the hospital. So, prayers to him. Hopefully he's good. But I got that one set too, and then I got off the phone with someone in Denver, for my client in Denver. This is a construction company. He said they had about 15 to 20 end users, so I'm getting that set right now.
I'm having good calls. Just kind of running into a hiccup kind of day. I will call my shot in. Let's do Arizona.
I've been building for Chicago. I got a warm review for library, actually. They're looking for a whole new IT setup for the new year, so hopefully an appointment is to come with them.
Met with a couple clients this morning myself, so I'm a little bit behind, but I'm shooting for an appointment for my client in New Hampshire later today. I think Marge got 2 so far for her roofing clients, and other 3 focusing on getting some IT clients, maybe a solar or digital marketing mixed in here and there. So I'll let Marge start off with her 2 appointments.
Yes, I've been having fun this morning. I got my Kansas City client in the yellow with a pretty solid opportunity. It's about a 10,000 square foot building. They're looking to either reseal it or re-roof it. And then I got one for my roofer in Arkansas, and that got them in the green, so that's good. And it was with an apartment complex. Haven't had anyone out in a long time. Have some shingles that are ripped off, so I think that's going to be a good one too.
Calling my shop today in Austin, Texas.
Destin. I'm just gonna hope someone picks up the phone in Cleveland today. We'll be happy.
As you can see, we're grinding, we're working hard. Something's gonna happen here this afternoon. But yeah, Blake, what are you doing?
Following up on some proposals. I just got in touch with one of them from earlier this year. Said they're probably gonna be moving forward with stuff in the new year. Wanted me to resend him over the proposal and see what we got. You might want us to come back out. They had some more problems that have come up since then. So.
You also got a proposal out today too, didn't you?
Yes, that was for my HVAC guy in Pennsylvania. We got a proposal out for $2,800 annual recurring revenue. It's for like a storage facility, cold storage.
And I was calling some pretty new stuff today, this morning, but I'm following up with some more leads later this afternoon, so I'll call my shot for my Missouri IT guy.
I've been dialing for IT in Atlanta all morning, kind of building and dialing at the same time, so just trying to get 3 people today.
One away from a pod wipe, not too bad, coming off a nice weekend, but got one in Carolina. It's 2 apartment complexes, but they're both under the same management company. One's an older historic building, it's like 80 years old, pretty crazy. They have some issues going on that one, and then they have some shingle buildings they're looking to have checked out as well. Should be a pretty good meeting, set that up for the 2nd week of January. But other than that, just calling my shot for roofer in Atlanta. Got a partner meeting about to hop into, and then these boys are on fire. We'll probably have a pod wipe by the end of the day.
I got a banger of an appointment for my East Coast client. I've been needing now a month to get got it. The 500,000 square foot strip mall. Talked to the general manager of the mall together. He said they have too many issues. They have so many active issues, so even up to a re-roof. So it's looking like we're going to get some repairs and possibly re-roof the whole mall re-roofed, ideally. So looking like a really good lead.
Call my shop for Seattle.
I got an email happy this morning for my IT client in Lexington. It's with a medical clinic. They have 3 locations, 60 users. We've got a Teams meeting set up for the 7th of January.
So having a pretty good, successful morning. I was able to get a pretty good appointment for my client in Boston. It's with an IT director who really has an MSP that's not cut. Looking for penetration testing, network management, continuity planning, exit strategy, and resolution. So going to be a great conversation scheduled for early January. I know Ross was able to snag a pretty good conversation himself.
So I got an appointment today for my client out in Albuquerque. It's with an architectural firm. I actually talked to them back in July. Not happy with their current firm. They pushed me off to the end of the year. Gave them a shout today. Said they're still interested once you get a quote from us. We went ahead and scheduled for the first Monday in January on the 5th. We're meeting on site so we can give them a quote and showcase a little bit more of what we do.
Getting some good calls in, got some stuff scheduled to talk to them at the beginning of January, just busy with the holiday season and everything, so should have some good appointments there, and call my shot in New York here today.
My client site, Computer Services, got a proposal out for $6,900. It's a 23 user, fully remote medical services, like insurance company, and so we'll probably not hear anything about it until early January, but calling my shot in South Dakota today.
I had a couple of good conversations, met with a couple of clients this morning too, so everybody's happy. We're going to roll into this afternoon and get some appies for our clients, so I'm looking forward to it.
Nothing this morning so far, but I'm going to call my shot for SureLink in the afternoon and have some new records to call over there.
I did get some good news from my Canadian IT client. His meeting today went pretty well with an engineering firm. They are heading on some projects next year for cybersecurity and need a little more support, so already trying to work on a quote. They've got a proposal review in a few weeks, so hopefully we hear good news back from that. But I am calling my shot on an IT appointment for Reno this afternoon.
I will call my shot on 2 roofing appointments this afternoon.
Say, hey man, it's Morgan Pruitt. Do sales for commercial roofers. I'm looking for a guy who can, handle service work, 100 square roofs and larger. You do a lot of commercial? Get some qualifying questions in there, right? Get them to open up, get them to talk to you, ask them an open-ended question. And then, when the opportunity presents itself, it's yeah, I work at a company called so on, this is what we do. Because now you've got their attention and they're less likely to. And you don't have to sell them. You just be look man, I'm looking for one roofer. I'm setting up, there's a million ways to go about it, but you can be I'm looking to set up meetings with all the best commercial roofers in town until I can find the right one to work with, because we're exclusive. Look us up, and then you can have a much easier time keeping people on the phone. But what markets are you calling?
Right now I'm calling Augusta. I was calling Charlotte this morning.
Yeah.
I ran through Charlotte. About done with Augusta as well.
Yeah. Well, it's about to hit 1 o'clock over there on the East Coast, so maybe some of that might be because you're calling during lunchtime, the last hour, right? Not to say that people won't pick up, but that could be one reason why. What about next? Jesus, you got 44 dials. So does Brendan. Go back to back. Jesus, how's your morning shaking out?
I only got 2 people on the phone. One of them was they just got a marketing company. They're starting in January. A lot of his buddies are already doing it, so they're trying it out. But he said, call me March. I already put the budget towards it.
What kind of company is it?
He said it was like Google Ads.
No,
and some
the
other
company you were calling, was it HVAC or
Oh, it was HVAC. HVAC. Yeah, HVAC. So he said, but you know what, call me March. That way I at least by then know how it's going. Then I still try to push for the meeting, hey, let's at least set it up anyway so you know more about it, so that when we do something in March, you kind of have a better understanding and stuff. He's like, just wait till March.
Without hearing the conversation or knowing, I'd say, man, dig deeper. What kind of marketing are they doing for you?
Yeah.
Is it digital? Is it advertising? Radio? What are you doing?
Yeah, I asked him. He said it was Google Ads, and he said some other word like EOS or something like that. And then I was like, oh, well, it's not the same. It's different what we're doing. Something like that. And then I was like, well, he's like, yeah, but my buddies are doing this, and it's been working great. So I already paid for it. They're starting in January, so I want to wait for that to see how that takes off.
So one of the things, and I'm not saying that they would have worked on that call, but one of the things you got to remember is when somebody's investing in any type of marketing, it's because they're trying to get more sales meetings, trying to get more deals, right?
Yeah.
Where do deals come from? They come from sales meetings. Where do sales meetings come from? Leads, right? So you got to tell guys, hey man, I do digital marketing at no cost for guys until they make $1 million. So even if you're working with this other company, I can help you with all the other things. Are you doing sales? Do you have people knocking doors, hammering the phones? How are you getting more business? Or are you just sitting back hoping that the phone rings, every day? Because that's all digital marketing is updating your SEO ranks so that you appear on the first page of Google, paying a ton of money to Google so that some ad might hopefully fall in the lap of the right person. And you don't even know what type of businesses are going to be calling you when you do that stuff. At least with me, and this is where you separate yourself, at least with me, man, I can call 10,000 square foot properties that have a set number of units, and I can physically get them on the phone and show them the value. So if that is somebody that you want to work with and you can get their attention, then you're meeting with every single person that's predictably what you want. And I can get 5 to 10 of those a month. And you say, look, I just closed almost $500,000 from an appointment with an HVAC company up in Connecticut. If I can make you $500,000, could you budget $4 or $5 grand a month for a sales guy? And now the value's a lot thicker, a lot sharper. So that's just one thing I would say there. And then Brennan, you've made about 44 phone calls so far today too. How's your morning?
I haven't spoken to anyone. No one's picked up. I started in Cleveland, which is a place I already called a couple times, but then I just moved over to Miami and I'm hoping to get someone on the phone there, but so far just good voicemails. trying to, if I haven't sent a Hawk already in the most recent.
Are you sending emails? Do you have Hawks?
Yeah, if I haven't
saved the signature?
Like in the last recency, but yeah, I haven't sent them Hawks when I can.
It's like doing all those things, right? Make the call, leave the message, send the email, find them on LinkedIn, hit the connect button. Like, there are all these little things called touch points, and the more that you do, the more visible you become and have a chance that they're going to call you back or maybe pick up the phone because you left a voicemail and they recognize your number, right? Like, there are people like Connor who was hammering this guy a couple years ago. Don't know if that's how he remembered us, but if people remember you, they'll reach back out when you're ready. And that's where it's just you're laying the groundwork. So keep doing what you're doing, but make sure if you're calling a bunch of cell phones, call the main line. Look through the directory. See if you can find an extension. See if you can talk to somebody. Right? The county, we don't have a ton of success. We will talk to anybody inside some of these accounting organizations. Right? Do your research. Don't just rely off of what he's done if he's already got something in there. Like be looking on another web page while you're calling, simultaneously, and that'll help you with contact. Nolan with 30 phone calls. Getting held up this morning?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah? What's going on? How's the morning been? You got a meeting already?
Yeah, got a meeting. HVAC in Indianapolis. He does smaller commercial right now, but he says he wants to get into bigger commercial projects, and kind of wanted to talk about that and hear some more information about us. And I said it'd definitely be worth the time at least just to hear more about us. Maybe see if we can get him interested that way.
Yeah.
So he's scheduled it through the Kendall or whatever.
Yep.
Cool. Yeah. Scheduled for Friday.
Cool. The only thing I'd say is, man, up those numbers a little bit. It's great you got a meeting. I think that guy had a Gmail or something when he booked, but doesn't mean that we won't still try to sell him full business growth or any other things. So just more activity, man. Get you there. And then Nick, 23 phone calls. What's holding you up?
New market.
New market?
Yeah, first time calling Collier County, and as you can imagine, there are duplicates for just about everything. There's like one or two companies or two records for both Lee County and Naples County, so just same thing I talked about this morning. Got to make sure that I'm not blasting the same guys over and over again, just getting the HQ record being the only active record, and then copy and pasting the suspended or the active record and the suspended duplicate. It's just process, cleansing it all. But did get the appointment with a guy that was in suspended research needed. Couldn't tell you why it was a suspended research needed. Number, website, everything is still working.
Could have been for a number of reasons. There were AEs back in the day that would do that so that guys weren't calling their leads. So yeah, tell us about it. What happened in the meeting?
Yeah, that was before I switched markets, so that was Cape Coral, Lee County. I was just at the very end of that list, and told him I set 3 meetings with IT partners or IT MSPs in Lee County, and I'm looking for one company to work with. He laid down for the appointment right then and there, and I was like, hey man, just so you know, I'll give you a little bit of context of what we'll be talking about. I'm working with Paxis Technology. He's like, okay, awesome, yeah, let's meet. So that was booked for Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday morning, I think. Might be afternoon.
Cool. Well, good. It's always great to start off with a couple meetings. We're carrying the load right now. We need SEMO and Maryville to get a couple. I think some of those interns are not working today, or some of them I think are done throughout the month. So again, as we get later in this month, things are going to start hitting a wall. So just make sure we can get after it and get ahead of it. We got a couple new faces.
Jack Harrington. Good to be here.
What up, Jack? What's up, Jack?
Not much.
Tell us about yourself.
Ready to get after it.
How'd you find us? Where'd you go to school? What do you like doing in high school?
So I went to DeSmet and then graduated from UMSL. I'm one of Tanner Rodell's buddies.
That's right, yeah.
From high school, and we play on the same softball team. So
cool.
Yeah, glad to be here.
Very cool.
Yeah, I'm Hunter. I went to Fort Zumwalt West and then also Mizzou. I guess Trey found my information online, and also my cousin Marge has been having a lot of success here, so really looking forward to it.
Very cool. Happy to have you guys on the team. I know you won't be around here much because I think you guys are both BDRs?
Yes.
Work for clients? Well, cool. Well, that's all I got.
Today I had a Balto build with a client. It's one of our new industries for pest control, so we were more brainstorming today. Typically I already have something in place, but with this one I wanted to make sure that we did a good job. So we brainstormed, I sent them over an email so that way they can review and send stuff back to me so I can fully create that later on this week. I'm also looking at our new clients that haven't set up some of their payment things, so I'm working on that today to help them get set up and for a kickoff call. This afternoon, I am creating a couple more access partner portal points for a client who needs their sales team able to see appointments and things. So I'm going to get that created, and then I'm also going to be starting payroll and working on bonuses and things like that. So it's ahead of schedule.
Just been working on the template for our IT industry.
I made a post about Ryan's proposal. I made a post about Safe Store's client testimonial that turned out great. And then I did a post about our top performers, so whenever our SDRs or BDRs get a sales award, I made a post just about them. It was from November, so I highlighted that. And then my 10 out of 10s, I've been doing that. The theme today is Santa. And then I did a post about the December 11th daily recap. And then I also made a post about our holiday party with the pictures. Those turned out also great, so I got that out. And then I'm on pace for grading, so I'm doing Arsenal and Partner. And then that's about it.
It's new hire processing day. We have new hires that joined us today. Very excited about that. I am looking at payroll, but I haven't started anything quite yet. Working with them, CODA. And just miscellaneous ticket allocations, insurance information, and also prepping for my meetings with Nick. He's our new hire that is working in the custodial arena and helping us out. And then 2 weeks from today, Angie starts, and she is the new exec assistant that'll be up front, and very much excited about that. So.
Been doing new hire items, so just getting the new hires all squared away with their technology. I'll be doing that until this afternoon as well. I have a few different issues with Maryville people, so I'm going to call them later and help them troubleshoot some emails that they've been sending, different account issues that they have, and then I'll continue with security updates behind the scenes.
We've been working on the search bar, so adding all those different models to there to search and filter from there, and then having a view all from those search results. So hopefully wrapping that up today.
I'm just working on the email template builder within the CRM, but I guess within that it'll have its own email marketing tool, and then from there you can build email templates.
Had a phone screening today for our client out in Indianapolis, trying to fulfill their position for licensed plumbing. So I've been coordinating a lot of schedules over Indeed and over Outlook, just trying to get some in-person interviews set up for them. Also been sending out candidate messages for our client out in Connecticut, trying to also get them HVAC techs, and that's about it.
I got one for my client out in Destin today. He wanted a little bit of a mom and pop shop, so I kind of went over and got him one with that. Talked about how they got about 6 to 8 users and that they're actually moving, but they wanted to meet with us first because they are actually having troubles and not having that much help with the people that they're currently having, so set that appointment up for an in-person. Then I just got one for my client out in Bowling Green, another company a little bit, having some troubles with everything that's from cybersecurity phones to just help desk IT, so also set up a Teams meeting for them in the beginning of January as well.